risk everything I got for the sake of you. And I offer all time, time, time and time again. No one asks you how you doing. Ah, feeling like nobody cares. Because all my wants and all my fears are gone. Don't let me down when I'm on the ground, begging you for mercy. All my dreams and what they mean to me, I find in you, you find in me, when I beg for mercy. Now that you're my reason to wake up, I haven't met a reason to stay up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. How you gave my life new meaning, and you gave my heart new feelings. Ooh, ooh. Because all my wants and all my fears are gone. Don't let me down when I'm on the ground, begging you for mercy. All my dreams and what they mean to me, I find in you, you find in me, when I beg for mercy. When I beg for mercy, when I beg for mercy.
I've got a grudge that's burning bright, fueled by my own complacent life, feeling washed up and out to dry. Seems my best years I've left behind. My mind is sleeping in this day, spewing out vile to douse my brain. I toss a match and watch the flame, combustion coursing through my veins. And I don't know why I even try to find my foothold in this jaded life. Sleepwalking, days pass by, another smile, another lie. I'm waiting here to say goodbye. Say goodbye. All hope has been replaced with rage, consumed by this repulsive plague, building my perfectionistic cage, scribbling down thoughts here out the page. And I don't know why I even try to find 10 days pass by, another smile, another lie. I'm waiting here to say goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Mother left in the month of May, and you may recall ripping out your hair and pouring perfume down the sink and throwing her new diamond ring right out the window. Your father left in the fourth grade when he discovered that he could fly a plane to the equator, and he made sure to bring back souvenirs just for you, and you put them in a box beneath your bed. My girlfriend, she's so alive. Well, I don't mean to be rude, but she's like a husky fly, buzzing around the room, around my head. Can't get it out, can't get it out, can't get it out, can't get it out, can't get it out. You're so downtrodden, you forgot how to sing along. Let's remind you how to stop your mouth and let it out, just let it out, just let it out. La da 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 da. The earwig will wrap the same effect as the pesky fly, sneaking in your skull and digging a hole inside your brain, just making a home for rainy days. But I put my head to the side and shake it out. My girlfriend, she's so alive. Well, I don't mean to be rude, but she's like a pesky fly, buzzing around the room, around my head. Can't get it out, can't get it out, can't get it out, can't get it out, can't get it out. Where are you? We got some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We need some help from you now. It's gonna take some time to realize, but if you look inside, I'm sure you'll find. Over your shoulder, you know that I told you I'd always be picking you up when you're down. So just turn around. What's the point in lying and telling you that I see double? But I put my head inside and shake it out. My girlfriend, she's so alive. Well, I don't mean to be rude, but she's like a pesky fly, buzzing around my head. Can't get it out, can't get it out, can't get it out, can't get it out, can't get it out. La da 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 da.
Julia lays in the sunshine and waits out by the water on the bay, and the sun goes down, and the sun goes down. Where is her lover? The day is breaking over the water. Julia moves to the city to find a new kind of memory, heal her mind. And the sun goes down, and the sun goes down. She won't find another. Julia is hung up on her lover. Time passes slowly. Oh God, she's so lonely. Oh, they all say that time heals the stain. Julia's in the city. It's spring, spring in the city, blooming trees. And she walks alone and she laughs alone. The lady is lovely. Julia won't wait for anybody.
You make it easy when I hear you sing.
soldier for myself, but I gave up about an hour ago. Said, hey, 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 what's left to say? 'Cause I know you, me, he, she will all just fade away, away. Oh, 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 oh. Well, I don't have a calendar. My hourglass is on hand side. Last night I tried to stand alone, but I slept. I knew, yeah, at least I tried. So, hey, 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 what's left to say? 'Cause I know you, me, he, she will all just fade away. But don't take it from me. I don't know much of anything at all. I'm stuck here just like you. But don't take it from me. I don't know much of anything at all. I'm stuck here just like you. Do only things you do. But you tell me that when we are die, we'll wake up in another life where every altercation is another indication of another variation. But I don't seem to understand that logic, 'cause I know that man does not deserve that kind of power in the palm of his hand. Oh, 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 baby, oh, 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 oh. Just like you. Don't know about reincarnation. I just where will I go? Stuck here just like you. I gave up, I gave up, I gave up, I gave up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Now you can hear me. It's like I gotta make sure that I could see those little bars moving.
Pulled a Chris on us.
I know, right? It didn't feel right unless there was that first initial hiccup.
Oh, hang on.
Hold on.
Right.
Okay.
We should have had him Skype in.
Yeah, we should have.
We'll say hey to everybody here real quick. How's it going, everybody? My name is Vince. I'm hanging out here with Charley, Bryan, and tonight we are doing a fun little question and answer episode. Sam just got home. Sam, we just went live. She says hello. We're doing a little question and answer episode tonight. We're also going to be talking about the upcoming Lincoln Calling streams that we're going to be doing, letting people know about what Lincoln Calling is. Then we're going to be making a very special announcement.
Very.
Not in that order. We're going to talk about Lincoln Calling first. Then we'll make that a special announcement, and then we'll take your questions. So right below me, when you guys leave a comment on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere that you're watching, it should show up right down here. So why don't you let us know that you're watching right now, and we'll see if that works.
Give
it
a
should
test
work.
run.
Say what up.
Yeah, say hey. And we will start talking about the Lincoln Calling streams.
Should we should probably put it out there that we're going to give away some tickets tonight too, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Yes. So we're gonna give away 2 Lincoln Calling tickets tonight. And why are we giving away 2 Lincoln Calling tickets tonight?
I'll tell you why. It's because we're streaming 2 nights of the festival with 2 bands each night.
And what? Oh, I like that.
Nice.
Double up.
And what 2 nights will we be streaming? And what are the bands that we're going to be streaming?
Wednesday, the 18th of September. Is that right?
Jake has liked it, and for some
Hey,
reason,
Jake.
for some reason, the alerts are a little different than usual, and I'm not quite sure why.
I didn't see that.
Regardless, thanks for liking that, Jake. And I'm not quite sure what you liked, but you made something happen.
Wednesday and Thursday, the first 2 nights of Lincoln Calling.
And what dates are
I
those?
think it's the 18th and 19th.
I'm going to double check that
Yeah,
real
you should
quick.
double check that.
Yes, the 18th and the 19th.
I've seen
September.
a calendar before.
I've looked at a calendar.
And so the first night, who are we going to be going live with?
Histrionics and Thirst Things First.
Yes. And that's going to be interesting. We're working right now with Thirst Things First. I don't know if anybody out there has ever watched them before, but they have a...
Hey, Jake.
What up, Jake?
What's going on, man? They have
Like a visual?
a visual robot band leader whose name is Lord Boot, from what I understand. And we're going to try to find a way to get Lord Boot on the show.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be
So
super
that's
sick.
going to be fun.
Drink more oil.
Drink more
Hashtag
oil.
oil.
And let us know how this is all sounding. Shannon,
Hey,
What's up,
what's
Shannon?
going on?
all the way from
From
LA.
LA. Sam says hello from upstairs. So if you're not familiar with what Lincoln Calling is, actually, hold on. We didn't talk about the second night. Where we're gonna
That's
be
not
streaming.
important.
Yeah.
Second night's not important. Second night, we will have the Sedmantics up first. Oh, sorry. We'll have the Sedmantics up first, which is French, get out of here. I'm in the Sedmantics. I play bass in the Sedmantics. And then after that, we're going to have Tiny Gentlemen, which is a band that Vince and I are in with Will McGuire, who's also from the Sedmantics. So it's going to be like a weird
And
revolving
Grady. Don't
door.
forget That's Beer 30 right there.
Yeah,
Shout
and
out Beer
Grady
30.
from Nebraska Beer 30.
Shout out.
That's gonna be a good time. Both nights are gonna be super fun, I think. So
I think it's going to be an awesome time.
Yep.
I'm excited to play. I know it was one of those things that it was like we were kind of bummed that we couldn't play because we were going to be doing the stream, and it all kind of worked out. So
Nice. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. If you're not familiar with what Lincoln Calling is, Bryan is going to give us a little bit of a rundown on some of the history of Lincoln Calling, according to their own website.
According to their website, and I'm kind of merging two different pages because I thought they had good stuff on two pages. So, Lincoln Calling is an annual nonprofit music festival that transforms the streets of downtown Lincoln, Nebraska into a week-long celebratory explosion of the arts, culture, and the collaborative spirit tantamount to our city's ever-ramping vitality. Last year, they drew a diversity of artists and artistic disciplines, genres, and since its inception in 2004, it's drawn over 8,500 music lovers to downtown Lincoln, including patrons from 75 cities, 25 states, and 3 countries. One cool thing about Lincoln Calling is that over the past 5 years, they've joined forces with long-running community events, including Make Lincoln, YP Lincoln, Startup Week, bringing a 2-day market festival and beer fest, the Lincoln Arts Festival, wellness activities, professional development, workshops, and acute focus on festival sustainability practices. One thing I did want to call out here that I thought was awesome is Lincoln Calling is particularly cognizant in the need and visibility of performers in the LGBTQ plus community, performers of color, and female performers. This year's festival boasts 50-50 representation between male and female artists at a time when on average only 15% of performers on national music festivals are women.
Nice.
very
So
nice.
thought that was an awesome little tidbit there.
It's much more than just simply a music festival.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons of workshops that are happening during the festival, and you can see the entire schedule on the Lincoln Calling website, also on their Facebook page, probably their Instagram too, but
Yeah.
I don't really do Instagram. Charlie's more of the Instagrammer.
I've seen a
I'm a
picture
lurker.
before.
And we've actually had some people who are going to be at the Lincoln Calling Festival this year come on the show. Emily Bass, Gerardo Meza. Who were some other ones that we looked through the list?
Midland Band. We've had Jake, who's watching now.
What up, Jake?
And Tom from Mr. McMoney and Pure Brown.
Does Jesse play with Midland Band too?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh well, I'm slandering Midland Band then. Sorry.
That's all right.
If we forgot you, apologies. But
If we
there's quite a
got
few
you and
bands.
you're watching right now, let us know that you're playing in the chat section. And also at the same time letting everybody else know that you're playing.
Exactly.
In the chat section.
It is worth noting specifically Histrionics and Thirst Things First on our Wednesday night show. We'll be playing the festival as well. So get a little preview and then go out and support them. Scream as loud as you can.
Yep.
Most
be a
definitely.
Yep.
good fan.
Huge thanks to Spencer Munson for, letting us even stream part of the festival. It's super awesome. Spencer's a cool guy. Spencer,
Yes.
if you're watching, what's up?
Spencer's one of the, I don't know if he's not the brainchild behind it, but he's definitely one of the cogwheels that makes the
I think
whole
he's been
thing
organizing it for a few years
yeah, I
now,
think
or at
he's
least
been
involved in
organizing
organizing
it
it.
run. Nice. Well, he thought what we were doing was pretty cool, and he gave us a chance to be a part of the Lincoln Calling Festival, and that is really cool. And this year we're kind of doing a more laid-back version, just doing a couple streams, but we're hoping to next year kind of branch out and do a little more more for the festival.
Mm-hmm.
We're not quite sure what that's going to look like a year from now. There could be a ton of stuff that happens in between there, obviously. So
We're always dreaming, though. We're always thinking up new ways to bring great content to you guys.
Most definitely. And that's exactly why we are going to make a special announcement of why we, you know, some of the things that we're doing to make what we're doing a little more interactive.
No, Will.
The answer is no, Will. This isn't a Sedmantics live
Yeah.
stream.
What do you think this is? A gig? Oh, and French, to answer your question earlier, I cut it off. It's where my hair went. So.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yep.
But it was for a good cause.
Getting sick of the bone. Yeah, I donated it to Wigs for Kids. So somewhere out there, a kid is wearing my hair.
That's
creepy, but
a little creepy.
Yeah, whatever.
They washed it first.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
So Friday, Saturday night we'll be downtown at Lincoln Calling.
Yes.
So if you do go to the festival, or if you win these tickets tonight, how are we gonna do the ticket giveaway?
So yes, how we're going to do the ticket giveaway is this kind of brings us to our next thing that I want to talk about. We have a tip goal. You've lost. We have a tip goal that we're going to be running for the next until we reach it. And this tip goal right now is called Saving Charley's Back. And so what that means is if you've been tuning into the show, Charley has been running the camera every single week. So he's standing there, he's holding up that camera, he's doing all the zooms, all the pans and everything like that. And I'll tell you what, that takes a toll on a person's back, standing there with that heavy camera week after week. And so I care about Charley's back, and you should too. And so what this goal is going to help us reach, this $3,000 goal that's going to run, is we are going to switch over to a multi-cam setup. And so what that's going to mean is Charley is going to be operating a multi-cam setup sitting next to me while I host the show. So not only is that going to save his back, but that's also going to make the content that we're putting out there for the bands that much better.
That's the part I'm interested in. I'm not as concerned about my back, but well, we need longer hair on this panel of experts. Yeah, sorry, Cohagen. I used to bring a lot of wisdom to the table, but I cut it all off, and now I'm just a regular person.
I'm on my way though. I'm trying.
Yeah, Bryan's leading the charge here.
Well, that's the thing, Charley, is you're being so humble about it, and I don't need.
I'm interested in. I just want the multicam because I think it'll make the show way cooler, and I'm less concerned about my back, although I appreciate the concern about my back.
It can be both.
Yeah, it can be both. Yeah, it would be doing two things at once, but I'm more excited about
the multicam.
So we should update it to Saving Charley's Back /
multicam
professionalness.
But then that'll cut
right?
into the $5.
Yeah, it'll cut into everything. We're just going to save Charley's back. That's the goal here.
Okay.
And so that $3,000 is actually going to help us make that transition into Charley not needing a back brace when he's 31.
Can you adjust the chat? Can you make those just stay up there? Maybe we do want them to just stay on screen.
I can see what I can do. I'm not quite sure. I don't think so.
It's too late for that.
Shave Charley's back. I like that.
Get it trending.
I think you misread, Will. Look back up there again. No H. No H.
So I think one thing that has always been a core value of what we're doing at BCN is to put out a lot of great content for the bands that we have come on the show. Not even just for the bands, but as we grow, we're going to be possibly looking outside of music and doing some other fun stream stuff, which will be special announcements down the road. But if we can move into a system that is more like that, it's definitely going to allow us to present Nebraska's creative scene in a much more professional way. And I think it's really important that the scene here kind of stick together and figure out ways to where we can kind of explode past our borders to really let people know that Nebraska isn't full of simply farmers in flatland, and instead there's some really, really great creative people in this state, and one of our core missions is to project that as much as possible.
Well said.
Definitely.
What was that?
Well said.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I like exploding beyond our borders.
That's the goal.
That is the goal.
You know, we're doing Lincoln Calling, so we're calling people in, but at the same time, we want to expose people to what's happening here. And proof of that is right now, you got Shannon watching from LA. And so every week we see people in the chat who are able to see bands from here who haven't been able to come to a show because they're from out of state. And that's great to hear. I love that people are watching from outside of Nebraska. So with all of that being said, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do the ticket giveaways. We're going to give away 2 Lincoln Calling tickets. And how you enter to give into that ticket giveaway is you just have to leave a tip. And you can do that by going to tipbcn.com. There's a little box right there. Should work fairly simple. Even if it's $1, every little bit helps.
Yep.
From obviously our entire community of fans out there who are watching what we're doing and liking what we're doing. If we can just get $1 at a time, we'll eventually hit that goal.
And like you said, we're going to keep that goal up there so you can kind of see it chip down as time goes on, see your contributions directly.
And then see the contribution play into real life, because once we hit that goal, you will directly see how that affects the quality of the show in the following weeks, which is going to be very exciting.
Yeah, it's a big production upgrade.
So,
and it saves Charlie's back.
And it saves Charlie's back.
My poor back.
Charlie's poor back. So that's www.tipbcn.com. We are going to be answering your chats as they come through on YouTube, but we are definitely going to be answering the comments and the questions that you enter into those tip, I don't know what they're called.
Fields?
Tip boxes, tip fields.
Comments.
Tip areas.
And
I
we
don't know.
really, really appreciate that. That's huge. So I think we move on to our special announcement. Is there anything else that you think we should mention beforehand?
Man, do you think they're ready?
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm ready.
I don't know if I'm ready. Actually, I'm definitely not ready. I realized we didn't talk about something that we were going to talk about, which is to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Once we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we will be able to not have to have you go to a different website to leave a tip, and you can just do it directly within YouTube's chat system. Should be way easier, and you don't have to leave the stream to leave a tip, so you can see that happen in real time. But you don't have to. People think that you have to have a YouTube account or a YouTube channel to subscribe to another YouTube channel. All it takes is a Gmail account. If you log into YouTube with your Gmail account, you can subscribe to channels, and that will populate your feed and sort of help your recommendations in your YouTube
Definitely.
feed.
You know you
So,
have like 6 Gmail accounts sitting out there.
Yeah.
Everyone helps.
Log into each one of those Gmail accounts, okay?
And hit that subscribe button.
Log
The
into
one from
one.
when you were 12.
Yeah.
Tony Hawkman 2002. It's not a person. It's don't email me there, by the way. There's no story behind that.
Yeah, that's not real. So yeah, that's helping us get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube would be huge.
What are we at right now? I'm going to double check that.
Yeah, check it out.
Yes. I
Check
think we
it
can hit
out.
to 400 tonight. If we can hit to 400 by the end of this stream. So if you haven't already, share this stream and let people know to hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. That's going to be, if you can't help us financially, that's the second best thing is just continuing to help us gain exposure and share what we're doing.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's a group effort here. That's what it boils down to.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends, tell your mom. If your mom has a Gmail account, call her up.
She does.
Say, head over to YouTube, check out Basement Creators Network, hit that subscribe button. If your grandma has a YouTube channel,
I was going to say tell your dad
Yeah,
and
your
then
dad
show
too.
him how to do it, because even if you tell him, you have to show him.
Dads.
is it personal
Dads and
story there?
technology.
No, my dad loves YouTube, actually. My dad watches a lot of like woodworking and
Really?
golf and rodeo stuff on YouTube. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
There's some really
Fishing
great things.
fishing videos. He's all about that too. Like he's Yeah, he's fallen into a few YouTube rabbit holes.
We have one subscriber that came on board.
Nice.
So we're at 285 or 385. So we
Ooh.
got 15 tonight. I know you're out there watching. I see you. I see those numbers. Share. Let people know to subscribe. This is kind of like a fundraising, subscribe, question, answer,
telethon.
special. Yeah, a telethon.
Yeah.
A telethon? Is that? Yeah,
Oh,
telethon.
yeah, I think so.
We didn't bring a telephone, though, so we'll just, new age it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mom, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I can't roll my R's. That's a fun fact about me. I was
Can't
trying to
roll
do
your
like that. Can you guys do
Yeah, I
that?
can only do it for a little bit. I always had a hard time in Spanish class. That was a good
That was
one.
better.
That's nice.
Frenchie's asking, what are we drinking? French, I'll tell you. And if this opens the doors for some sponsorship opportunities, who knows? Hey, thanks, Drop Table users. But if this opened the door to some sponsorship opportunities, this would be a sponsorship I'd be very into, and that is LaCroix.
LaCroix.
I don't have LaCroix. I already
Yeah.
drank mine because I like it so much.
Yeah.
Catch
if we
up, Slowpoke.
Charlie's sipping on the key lime. I've got tangerine.
Yep. For a certain, even for just a couple of cases of LaCroix every now and then, we would be willing to call this the, hey,
JD Owanski.
Jeff,
thank
thanks,
you, thank
dude.
you.
JD.
Thanks, Jeff. If we could just say this stream is brought to you by LaCroix.
LaCroix.
Oh, can you imagine?
That'd be
And
nice.
I would drink more LaCroix than I already do.
I
and it's
already drink an
nearing a
impossible,
problem.
an impossible amount of LaCroix. I can't imagine.
And Cohagen, we are fundraising tonight.
We are fundraising, Cohagen.
And we did see your tip come through. We appreciate that. Feel free to tip again.
We'll get
Anybody-
to
Because it's
the. I
fun.
think we'll get to the Q&A stuff at the end, right?
Okay.
We're gonna
Because-
yep.
We do have a special announcement to make.
Yes. I
didn't-
Are we sure now that we've said everything that we want to talk about before?
I think so.
Oh, I will say real quick, I don't know if we mentioned stickers specifically.
Oh yeah, we got stickers
For
made.
Lincoln Calling, watch the show Wednesday, Thursday, and then come downtown, watch the shows Friday, Saturday. We'll be out there. Come find us. We've got stickers. We have stickers. What else do you want?
I don't think you need
We're good.
anything
We're a
else.
good hang, and we have stickers.
Yeah.
So we'll be walking around at the Lincoln Calling Festival handing out stickers afterwards.
Yeah. Look
Can
out
you
for
kind of
those,
tell that we're just like lingering here and hanging on by a thread about this special announcement?
There
that
is
we're
a
gonna
special
Was there
announcement.
something we were supposed to talk about?
Yeah,
make? Oh yeah.
there is a special announcement. Do you guys care if I kind of take the lead on this?
I'd love it.
Please.
Please.
This is something that has been in the works for quite a while now. We've been having some talks, meeting with some people. The announcement is Vince is president. Stacy, although a big part of me wishes that were true, unfortunately, we've got another year until election. So,
But I've got your vote. So
That's one.
and Stacy, yes, absolutely. Wait, stickers with pictures of other stickers? Oh no, sorry, Stacy. That will be the second run of stickers that we get made. Will be pictures of stickers. But the special announcement has been something in the works for a while.
No throw pillows at this point.
We've been no throw pillows yet. We're getting there, Brad. Something that we've just really been thinking about for a long time, really since the beginning of when we started BCN. We've always wanted to do something very similar to this, and this is just we kind of found the perfect partnership here to make this happen. But it's I don't know if you guys are ready for this special
I don't know if
announcement.
they are ready. There's some.
oh my gosh.
Oh, Sean, why would you say that to me? Sean Selko? That's not the announcement, Grady, but maybe if someone were to leave a $3,000 tip, so we could all at once, I would.
Someone leaves a $3,000 tip right now. I'm going to walk upstairs,
consider it.
get
Hey.
my razor, and I'll shave Charlie's head on stream right now.
Pooflinger.
Pooflinger,
tipped
thank you very
$10.
much, helping us get there.
Absolutely, thank you. I honestly wish I had $3,000 laying around.
Chris,
so I
don't.
could-
Don't do it, Chris.
Chris, don't do it. Okay.
Don't do
no,
it.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll get back to it. I got distracted by the chat. Okay, so the special announcement. Where was I at? We've had some meetings with people. We kind of found the perfect partnership for what this is we want to do. And it's a big announcement.
It's exciting.
It's very exciting. It's going to be a game changer, I think, for BCN and for anyone, any fans of BCN.
Most definitely. It's going to take interactive
To a whole
new level.
We kind of have started calling ourselves interactive live streams. So this change is gonna make a whole new level of interactivity. So we'll put it out there. The special announcement we have to make. Are you ready?
You're gonna love it.
Hold on, Brian.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
your cue here.
I got you.
Hold on.
Oh yes.
Special announcement nearing. And the special announcement is... Whoa! Sorry about that, guys. That was
My bad. It's a little technical
difficulties
issues there.
Yeah.
Our special announcement. Starting October 2nd, we are going to be going live every Wednesday from the Storm Cellar right here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Still going to be the same time, 8 p.m. There will be a $5 cover, so you can come. You can watch the band and watch us filming the band as we're doing it live. We're talking about options for leaving tips if you're at the bar. Get names and comments read on stream and things like that. This is huge.
It's
It's
great.
gonna be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
So the show is going to remain very similar to how it's currently operated, except you are going to be able to actually come and be there. And that's going to be super exciting. It's also going to be very nerve-wracking because normally I'm just used to speaking to a camera. Then I'm actually going to be speaking to a room full of people, hopefully.
Live studio audience.
Live studio audience. So shout out to
Right here, Stacy's got it. Jackie is a champ. You're
Jackie Storm,
dang right, Stacy.
the brainchild behind the Storm Cellar. What she's doing down there is awesome. She is definitely an integral part to making this all happen.
Absolutely.
She believes in what we're doing. I believe in what she's doing, or we believe in what she's doing, and really excited to partner with her on this and see what comes of it.
I do gotta say, because the chat's not staying up there. Bradley Nordell, friend of the pod, friend of the show, we'll call
Friend
it.
of the show.
Yeah. He said if you tip $3,000, he will write you as a character in a sci-fi novel.
Whoa.
I want to see Charlie's head shaved too, but that's pretty cool.
For $3,000,
For
man.
$3,000, man.
Would you shave your head for $3,000? $3,000?
Yeah.
It's hair, dude. It grows back.
There's a mole up there that I don't know
A little
if people
not-
want to see it for $3,000.
Not worth $3,000?
No, definitely. Absolutely. We would do it together. I don't know how Sam would feel about that, but we would make it.
I have a lumpy head, otherwise I'd volunteer. Why do you think I'm growing this hair out?
Sean, I'm going to out you on the live stream here. Sean Selko was just talking trash in the chat section, and then he goes and texts me and he says, "Love you." Okay, Sean, I see through it. Okay, yeah. I see through your games, your tricks. Okay, buddy.
He
I
puts
know
up a front, but really he loves you.
Maybe I misread that. Maybe the first thing was the games and the tricks.
So yeah, guys, this Storm Cellar transition is going to be a ton of fun. The first band that we're going to have on is going to be Funk Trek.
Yes.
October 2nd.
It's
We
gonna be
want
an awesome show.
everybody there. We want to see if we can turn these weekly streams into just a blast. And again, it's all a matter of exploding what we're doing here in Nebraska beyond our borders. And so imagine if there is somebody from outside of our state who's tuning in online to see an awesome local band from around here playing an incredible show that looks great, that sounds great in a room full of screaming fans. It's going to make it appear like what we're doing in Nebraska is as big as it is, because it is really quite the industry. But
Great scene,
It's a little hidden.
I've always said it's not underground, but it's not above the surface necessarily. The music scene here.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we've always wanted to do with this whole project, is kind of bring that more to the surface, not only here in Nebraska, but everywhere. So, I think this is a huge step in that direction. And yeah, Jackie's awesome. You can come and grab a drink while you watch your favorite band play, watch the stream. It's going to be a ton of fun.
So normally, also, Jackie does an open mic night on Wednesday nights, and she's going to be doing those open mic nights all the way up until October 2nd, and those will actually even continue on October 2nd. They will just happen after the streams. So that $5 cover will get you into not only the stream, but it'll allow you just to stay for the whole evening.
They won't kick you out after the stream's over. All right, everybody out. Stream's over.
Right.
Come pay your cover if you want to get back
Right.
in for the open mic.
Jackie will not do that.
Jackie will not do that.
Grady, that's hilarious. This is the weirdest Republican debate I've ever watched.
I'm not going to go there.
Right. Just not going to touch that.
Yeah. But that was good, Grady.
I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what it is
it's
that's
like-
triggering these, but
It looks like Minecraft.
so if you're out there watching, if you're interested in how it is that we do our streams and how we collect our tips and we're doing all that, we use a platform called Streamlabs. And I'm actually thinking about making that more obvious and possibly becoming some sort of partner with them because their services are incredible. A lot of them are geared towards gamers, but they allow us to do these fun things like the tip alerts. They allow for that interactive activity to happen. They allow us to accept tips and monetize before having to deal with YouTube's tipping mechanisms. And also keep in mind that when we receive these tips during the live streams of the bands, those tips are split 50-50 with the bands. We want to be very transparent about that. We want to make sure that the bands feel like they're getting a lot out of it, and we also need to keep doing what we're doing, so we have to pay ourselves, obviously, a little bit.
I'd love to get to a point where we could give, if we can find other revenue sources or whatever, be able to give the bands a bigger chunk. But
Yeah.
for the time being, we're still kind of getting on our feet. And
But yeah, that's
we're always dreaming, like we said earlier.
always
Yep.
dreaming.
Always
Always
dreaming
coming
and
up with new
scheming.
ideas.
thinking of the next big thing.
That's the goal.
Yep.
All right. So
Let's get to those tips.
let's get to some of these tips here. I'm going to throw up here this tip link.
BCN is a good game.
Is a good.
That's what we should do is just make a video game called BCN.
Oh,
And then when we stream on Twitch, we can say, what are you playing? Well, we're playing BCN.
BCN.
Dumb.
I'm trying to think of an acronym on the spot, but I got nothing.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if those sounds, the alert sounds that are making, are coming through the stream directly or just through my laptop speakers. If they're coming through the stream directly, that's great.
Yeah, let us. Stacy, are the alert sounds coming through?
Grady. I don't have the right. Hold on here. I do have the right. I can. Don't make me block you, Grady.
Yeah, Grady.
I've got a.
Watch it.
I've got a block button right
We're gonna
here.
take the shirt down if you keep it up, mister.
Can Pure Brown
Jesse.
write the theme song? Yes.
Absolutely.
There's
Yes.
no question.
Pure Brown can write the theme song. Please do that anyway. If we don't turn that into a video game, we are now commissioning Pure Brown to write the official BCN theme song, announced here live on stream. We're going to commission $10 to start, and we'll see what we get in return. It's going to be worth more than $10,
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
Those guys are solid. So yeah, make that theme song happen, Jesse.
We'll come
Heart,
up with
heart, heart.
maybe
Love
a full
it.
intro or something with it. That'd be awesome.
That would be sick. That would be very sick.
I'd love that.
can draw stick figures.
No sounds for me, says Stacy.
Okay, that's probably a good thing.
So I'm going to get to some of these tips that have come through. Again, tipbcn.com. We are currently raising money to save Charley's back.
AKA buy a multicam setup, which I'm more excited about that part.
Yeah, upgrade the equipment that we're using and make what we do even more professional than it currently is. We're always trying to make what we do better. So tipbcn.com, ask us questions. We're going to obviously give you a shout out.
We've just started a bidding war for our theme song.
Nice.
Hey, Grady, watch
get
the
the,
sass,
right.
Buster, okay?
Should we
Seriously.
get the
Buster,
donation?
I love that.
Yeah, I love Buster. Buster's a good one. That's how you know you're not fooling around.
All right, so I'm gonna get to some of these tips that have come through. So Logan C says, "Love what you guys are doing and look forward to working with you in the future. He wants to reiterate how sorry he was to cancel tonight. Logan is in the long-awaited. They had something come up this evening. They were going to be streaming tonight, but it actually worked out just fine. This is actually a good opportunity for us to make this announcement and chat with you, answer some of your questions that you have. And please ask us questions like specifically related to BCN. Get our brain juices flowing. I want to hear what you guys want to see, and figure out if we can make some of your ideas possible for what we're doing. Again, this is a group effort. We're trying to make this work for not only ourselves, but everybody that is participating, and that includes you, the viewers. Cohagen left $1. He said...
Was that Logan C, by the way?
Logan C.
Thanks, Logan.
Yes, thank you, Logan. Cohagen says, how'd that meeting go that I forgot to ask you about? Actually, no, don't answer that on air. The meeting went well. Drop table users, $5. No, nothing. Just saying hey. Thank you, drop table users.
Thank you very much.
JD Iwanski, who you can actually go and check out his streams. Two streams. Yeah,
Wait.
he played in Blood and Ready.
Yep.
And he did his solo stuff way back when we were started, right here
Yep.
at the original BCN location.
The basement.
The
The namesake.
Because does Garage...
Does Garage Sports Co. get any trickle down? Timoteo, I think we can work something out.
Right.
Let's chat.
We'll throw pennies at you from the stage that we found in the parking lot outside.
There you go. How's that for trickle down?
Trickle
Make
down.
it hail.
Yeah.
Anyway, JD Iwanski says, hey, guys. And that's it.
Oh,
So
hey, Jeff.
thanks, Jeff. We appreciate that. Poo Flinger says, if you could disinvent one thing, what would it be?
Ooh.
Disinvent one thing.
That is a great question.
I would say crosswalk buttons.
Ooh.
Okay. Why?
Yeah.
Because just wait for the light to turn so you can walk.
I feel like some of those aren't even really
They're not
plugged in.
They're not plugged in, and I know this because this is a true passion of mine. I researched this in college, in New York.
Breaking news, everybody.
In New York City, this is true. There are, I believe, over 3,000 crosswalk buttons at intersections, and less than 200 of them are actually hooked up to anything.
Wow.
It's placebo. They're not literally buttons. They're literally not buttons.
It's like the closed doors in elevators. Aren't those usually not hooked up either?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's all psychological, man. You
But
push it 9,000 times and then it still takes 30
I feel
seconds.
like some of those are hooked up.
But I have heard that
I don't
there's
know.
I have heard that there's like if you press like a certain floor number and hold the closed door button, that it will just it's for like police
Firefighters and
or
stuff.
fire whatever to just be able to skip straight to a floor. So
It's like elevator cheat
maybe it's
codes.
it's like a cheat code. Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B. Door open.
I always thought there was, like, when you approach a red light and you flashed your lights, there was a rumor that was going around for a while that if you did that, the stoplight would think it was an emergency vehicle or something like that and change faster.
Oh.
So there was a point in time, at least when I was...
Where you were driving and just going,
oh yeah, this will change faster, and like everybody on the road probably hates me, or they're like, oh, what's going on up ahead? Are my headlights burnt out or something? Nope,
man.
just me being an idiot.
Quantum Dude.
Quantum Dude, thank you very
Thank
much.
you,
Let me get to that here in just 1 second.
What would you disinvent, Vince?
Yeah, what would you disinvent?
Brian, I'm going to pass that along to you for 1 second while I figure out this thing right here.
I'm going to catch some heat for it, I think. And there's a multitude of reasons, but I think I would disinvent Twitter. I was going to say social media, even though I have all of those. But there is plenty of good that comes from it. But
There's definitely a value to it. Twitter, yeah.
I feel like Twitter is the most...
There's some dark parts of Twitter.
yeah.
There's some very dark areas of Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't really tweet all that much.
I don't either.
I used to quite a bit, but I haven't much recently. So
I'm a lurker like you are of Instagram.
You know, there's dark parts on
Instagram's
Facebook
cool.
too.
There's dark places
there's-
everywhere, but I feel like Twitter is particularly.
There's some weird
And maybe I
stuff.
don't hang out enough on it. Maybe this is just my own jaded conclusion of it. But Nick would get rid of Grady.
Grady's
That's an easy one. Burger King fries, McDonald's fries, runs of fries.
Oh.
I'm a little upset that he didn't leave a tip to ask that question, especially with all the free advertising that we're giving him.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Again, Beer 30, if you haven't checked out.
I thought Nick Johnson was replying to the question saying he would disinvent Grady. That's
Twitter
an
is
easy
awesome.
one.
See,
Great.
Jesse says Twitter is awesome, and
Okay.
Jesse is awesome. So
That's true.
I believe him.
The transitive property of awesome, I believe that's called.
Jesse, tell us what you use Twitter for. I'm genuinely curious.
While you're typing that, which fries?
Yeah, runs of fries are the best.
You think runs of fries are the best?
Yeah.
I would agree with that. And I also like the fact that you can throw in a few onion rings by just calling them frings.
Right.
Ooh, there you go.
Right.
I think if we're talking eras, I have a
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
dissertation on
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
but 2000s Burger King,
Yeah.
current runs all the way. Absolutely.
Yep.
Those crinkle cuts, man.
Now, okay, back to this though. What would you disinvent?
Oh, man. I mean,
You can't evade this
I
question.
know. I mean, there are probably a lot of things that I would disinvent, but
Hashtag fire Grady.
Monty Peck, thanks. We're
Hey,
really
Monty.
excited to come
Hey.
to Storm Cellar.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we
It's
are.
gonna be sweet.
And excited to work with Monty too. Monty
Yes.
runs sound there at the Storm Cellar, and he's killer at it. And I know that he also plays in the Hanyaks. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, the Hanyaks.
Which we played a show with. No, I think we played a show with you guys once. I don't remember.
I believe Ghost on
But
Radio
I know
did
that I've
also.
seen you guys before, and the Hanyaks are awesome.
Yeah. Exposed and stuff.
Yep, super awesome.
What would I disinvent? I guess it was invented as an idea. I would disinvent climate change denial.
Ooh.
I would disinvent the original phrasing global warming. Global climate change was oh no, we're having a podcast war in the comments.
Bobby Smalley, the bartenders there are hot.
Bobby Smalley?
Go check it out there. Check out Dr. Rhonda Patrick on Twitter. She's been on the Joe Rogan
Oh yeah.
podcast.
Okay,
before.
so yeah, Jesse.
He said a second ago, I think it went away, but MMA fighters,
Oh yeah, scientists, politicians,
Oh, it's
and
right
MMA
there. I'm
fighters.
just-
Yeah,
Yep.
I can't read. It's fine.
I have 20/20 vision, so I can actually see through the TV.
Twitter definitely leads itself to a different kind of conversation that happens on social
Yes,
media.
that's right. Well, we did play with them at the Storm Cellar, or it
Yes.
was the Night Owl at the time.
It was the night all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a great segue to just double back really quick. It's definitely a weird debate. I was just going to say the Storm Cellar, there's a long history of music at that location. I think that's part of what's so cool about BCN coming there. My first bar, that was literally the first bar I ever went into as a drum student when it was the Speakeasy Lounge. I felt so psyched because I could go in there after 9 o'clock with my parents and watch a band. But that was probably my first live local show was in that building. And, years later, we're going to be streaming right out of that,
Yep.
which is awesome.
And Jackie's super passionate about local music. Works with a lot of local musicians, so it's the perfect spot for BCN.
Yeah.
Jesse, you did miss the announcement.
But since you are actively participating in tonight's stream, I'm going to remake that announcement.
Oh, here's Jackie too.
Storm. We're excited about the Cellar for the move and Funk Trek. Also, Bobby's 100% correct. Fire, fire, fire. All right.
We're excited to be there, Jackie.
Yeah.
Jesse, the special announcement that we made this evening is starting October 2nd, we are going to be live streaming our shows out of the Storm Cellar.
Oh shit.
And that means that you can come and see the show live and actually be a part of what we're doing.
And chill with us.
We're still going to have the tipping feature going. We're going to try to figure out a way to have a little kiosk set up to where people in the bar can leave tips for the bands. We're still going to read people's comments out live on air. There's obviously going to be live inside the bar. Hopefully it's just going to be this ruckus good time. I'm looking forward to it. Slightly nervous, but I'll get over it.
New things are scary, but we're excited.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
We were nervous when we started this whole thing too, and we've kept it going since Is it the
February?
first week of February?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we haven't booked any bands out past. We're leaving the basement.
We're leaving the basement.
We left the basement a while ago and moved over to Studio PH, and we're going to give a shout out right now to Steffen, who has been making it happen week to week with his live sound during the streams, as well as all the mixing that has gone into every session afterwards.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work that goes into that. Thank you, Chris, for making that all possible. And if you have not yet recorded out at Studio PH with Chris Steffen, I highly recommend you do that.
Same.
Facebook Studio PH, Google Studio PH, Storm Cellar Network.
Ooh, do we have to switch it to SCN?
Ooh.
No.
That's-
So there's actually been some talk about BCN and like why it is that we chose that name.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest. I'll be honest. That was something that Charley really struggled with, and because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense anymore calling it Basement Creators Network if we're not, in the original space. However, the Storm Cellar is in a basement, so we're moving kind of back into
Full
the
circle,
basement,
baby. Yeah.
but a lot cooler basement, I must add. Although this is, this place, it's home, literally.
Literally. Vince's home.
But BCN, I think we're just going to stick with that name for now because it kind of highlights our origin story, which is all of these ideas that have come into, that we've seen through, all started here in this basement that we're live at right now. And the whole idea was to kind of create this brand that made it seem larger than what it was, than just a couple of guys streaming music out of a basement. So BCN, kind of give it that official name. And now it's just kind of a playful thing. I'm not necessarily,
Yeah.
I don't have a love-hate. I don't really hate it. I don't really love it, but
it's kind of become BCN too.
Yes.
So it's.
Well, I, for one, love it. You don't have to,
your
but
roots.
I do.
I agree.
Exactly, Jesse. We're keeping ourselves grounded. Undergrounded.
Quantum Dude says he left a tip. Thank you very much, Quantum
Thank
Dude.
you.
He says, for my throw pillows. Now, Quantum Dude is a guy named Brad Nordell. Brad Nordell is a quantum physicist. Or for sure a physicist. I don't know if he would consider himself a quantum physicist.
Genius.
Please correct
He'll
me.
set us straight
He's a
here in a
genius.
when
second.
I'm wrong.
Tell us your title, Brad.
Official title in the comment section, Brad, go. But Brad works with one of the most powerful lasers.
The most powerful laser in the world, I believe.
I don't know if it's that far, but it's definitely a powerful laser.
It was at one point the most powerful laser in the world. That was like UNL's big thing.
Of all the lasers in the world, it's in my personal top 3. Okay.
So Brad has a podcast that he calls Science with Friends that I've been producing and helping him work on. He's actually been doing all the recording, but I'm starting to go there and actually help him do some recording. But I'm mixing it and putting it out for him. And it's called Science with Friends. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, any of your favorite podcast app. And he sits down with his co-host, Jocelyn, who also works in the physics department, I believe. And they interview different scientists that come in and out of Lincoln, whether they are a scientist down at UNL or whether they're Skyping in or somebody. Quantum physics is my specialty. There you go. Brad, in the chat, could you tell us the most mind-blowing quantum physics fact that you know? Thank you. So that you should definitely, if you're into science, if you're into wanting to know some other scientist or what other scientists are doing here, specifically in Nebraska, go check out Science with Friends. Jesse says, how many other podcasts do you guys produce? Is BCN an umbrella corporation? Jesse, that was something that we were thinking about doing when we were getting started, and it's not an idea that has totally left our mind, but we don't own any of the podcasts that we produce, that I produce, or this is definitely a group effort that we produce. However, we have no shame in using this platform to promote those podcasts and the work that those guys are out there doing.
Well, I think that's part of the N and BCN in a way is network. We're putting content out there.
Network.
Yeah.
and creators. I mean, that was probably a year and a half ago when this whole idea started. It started as this giant thing that was like, hey, how can we make this network that not only broadcasts like music, but all sorts of different creators. And that was something that we kind of pushed ourselves all the way to the edge and said, I don't know if that's something that we can actually handle. So we kind of went back and started just to focus solely on music. And that was a great decision that we made because here we are. But we still do some podcasts for people. Again, Grady's Nebraska Beer 30. There's the logo right there. Check that out on YouTube or your favorite podcast apps. That's Nebraska Beer 30 with Grady McGuire. He's had some really interesting guests come through his doors as well. And most of the stuff that he does is actually shot here in the basement. But we did do a really cool on-air or on-scene episode at Code Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys haven't been
It
to
was an
Code
awesome
Brewing,
episode.
definitely check that out. They're making some great beer over there. Dustin Peterson is now. I would change how those look, but I don't even know where they're coming from. So
Yeah, they must have got reset.
Justin Peterson is now.
Justin. Thanks, Dustin, for being.
Thanks for the plugs, dude. Yeah, man. Hit that www.tipbcn.com, Grady.
Corey Steiger, what up?
Henry Spencer, can I donate a painting to hang behind you at the Storm Cellar?
Dude.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Yes. Henry Spencer, I believe, is Jeff Iwanski. Jeff Iwanski, if Jackie is still watching, reach out to Jeff. And if she's not watching, Jeff will put you in touch with Jackie. She's wanting to do some First Friday art shows or just have monthly artists.
Mm-hmm.
And your stuff would look great
Yes, it would.
down there.
And that's something we didn't really talk about either. But with the Storm Cellar, Jackie's been doing like a ton of work to fix up that space and just really improve it. She's done some. I've been in there when it was the Night Owl, and I love the Night Owl too. But it just is much like cleaner and like more inviting. It's there's a lot of dark walls and things, and she's kind of freshened it up with some like reclaimed wood looking stuff, and
nice.
it just feels a lot more like an inviting bar. Yeah, it's me, Jeff says.
Definitely.
Henry Spencer.
I see there's like 23 people out there watching right now. If you have not yet, go to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. If you've already subscribed,
Make a new Gmail
share
account.
this stream and make another Gmail account. You know you need one anyway. Share this stream and let people know what it is we're doing. Tell them why you support what we're doing, and then tell them to head over and hit that subscribe button. See if we can work together to get to 1,000 subscribers as fast as possible. And again, the tip lines are still open. Keep those questions coming. We're just going to kind of hang out here for a little while and keep chatting. I'm going to throw up that tip goal here again. Let's see here.
What are our YouTube subscribes at? Any
Let
new
me
ones?
check that. There's that tip link for saving Charlie's back. We're $50 there already.
Wow.
That's great, guys. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you, everybody.
huge help. We appreciate all your support.
Honestly, I'm kind of excited about having, kind of a longer goal and seeing that chip away each week. I think it's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, Nick Johnson's got a good one here. Which big band or artist would you want to play on BCN if given the opportunity? Man, Nick.
And he says that our goal eventually is to grow this to where a big band would want to come and play.
Right.
And so we're going to bring
touring
in,
bands coming through.
We're going to bring in touring bands for sure.
Yeah. It would be awesome to grow this to a point where that is appealing and valuable to even the largest artists. Which big band or artist? Well, Nick Johnson, because I know that you are fishing for an answer here. I would love if Them Crooked Vultures or Queens of the Stone Age came on the stream. Long shot, but hey, you never know. Tag them. Get them over here.
Tag them.
Yep.
Start. Is it the TCV on BCN? Hashtag.
TCV on
Start,
BCN.
make it
Ooh, trend it. Bryan, what about you?
Ooh, I was gonna say Queens, so you
Nice.
got that one. That was awesome. I'm gonna say one of my favorite bands right now. They have a Midwest emo sound, but they're actually from California. And they're called Mom Jeans. I would love to get Mom Jeans in the
Mom
basement.
Jeans.
Mom Jeans.
They're not playing at Lincoln Calling this year, are they?
They're not at Lincoln Calling. You're thinking of Soccer Mom, I believe?
I am thinking of. I knew it was Mom something.
Mm-hmm.
Terry
Ooh,
Daly
Rain
has
Wolf.
liked Rain Wolf. I
That's a-
don't know if I'm familiar.
Oh,
with
dude, you got to listen to Rain Wolf. My
Okay.
dad also just texted me and said, all them witches, because
Ooh, yeah.
when we were in Nashville, we were in Nashville with my family, and I told my parents, I was like, oh, yeah, you got to see this. You got to see this band, All Them Witches. They're like a bluesy kind of rock band. And I like showed them a couple lighter songs to get them into it. And then we got there, and it was just, oh, man. My dad was looking around at like, what?
This is
what am I doing here?
Blues music.
Yeah, yeah. What kind of blues do you listen to? Sorry,
Ooh.
Dad.
And since you had two, it just popped in my head. You were talking about a little heavier music. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard out of Australia.
Yes, dude. That
I
would
try
be
to spread the good
tight.
word of Mom Jeans and King Gizzard because those bands are sweet. Everyone should know who they are. Listen right now.
Vince, do you have I want to get to Johnson's question here.
Since I would love to eventually work with partnering on some other YouTubers, Scary Pockets, Mark Riboulet.
Oh, dude, that would be sick.
Mark, if you're watching right now,
Yeah.
maybe
That would be tight.
call
Hit
me.
us up. Hit us up.
That would be really tight.
He would be fun.
Or you said Scary Pockets, or what's the
Even Pomplamoose.
Pomplamoose?
Pomplamoose would be awesome.
Yep. There's tons of
Nowhere?
great YouTube artists.
I don't know.
Nowhere, yeah.
Please know her.
Knower.
Johnson, if I'm not mistaken, I recently saw an Insta post from Dave Growl about having a TCV reunion. Chuck, is this going to happen? God, I hope
Let's
so.
make it happen.
Dude, if them Crooked Vultures got together again and toured, I would literally pay. I can't say it on stream because
Don't give him any ideas.
yeah,
Right.
I would pay a lot of money to go see them Crooked Vultures live. A lot of money. I can't have that on record though.
How about you, Vince? I guess you got those YouTube.
Yeah.
Is there any...
Grady Beer 30. Thank you very much.
nice.
Hey, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, buddy.
Okay,
Move that decimal place a
we'll
little bit. Hurry up.
we'll unblock you from the comments section.
Right.
Grady.
No question. Just find out who can hold their breath the longest.
Okay, ready?
Oh, no.
I'll win this. Ready?
3, 2... I'll go ahead and give up just so we don't have more dead air. Everyone that's tuning in right now is like, what the hell is happening? If you're missing it, we're having a breath holding contest. Should we turn it into a breath and staring contest?
I win. I'm not underwater. I just wanted to be clear I wasn't cheating, Johnson. Okay.
Oh, boy. I used to be a swimmer.
Wow. Same. I used to be a diver. I still am a swimmer. I
And
know
I
how to
have
swim
Thank you for that, Grady.
That was good.
Lost enough brain cells where I won't be able to edit your next episode.
still. Ooh, bummer.
Sorry about that.
But on the bright side, you're unblocked from the chat section. So
Yes. Jesse, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Jesse, if you're free right now in the next 1 minute, come on over, hang out.
word.
Let's see here. Do we have anything else going on? You know, again, I'm going to remind people that next week we have a band coming on. Rugaz is going to be on the show. And they are the band before the Lincoln Calling streams. We spent the whole first part of this episode talking about how we're going to be streaming for Lincoln Calling. We were going to put out those clips probably afterwards so you can listen again if you fancy that. But again, if you don't know what Lincoln Calling is, definitely go and check out the Lincoln Calling Festival's Facebook page, YouTube. not YouTube, their website. And thanks, dude.
Yeah, like as I was sitting there holding my breath, I'm like, oh no, everyone's gonna think we're muted.
I watched the chats go through, and I was like, okay, people realize that we're near death, so this is good content.
Well, that was funny. Well, that's good, great.
I was
yeah,
kind
like
of hoping that Charlie was going to pass out. He was getting a little red there.
Oh,
so.
that would have been actually super funny. I should have just held on.
I don't know what this is, but
Hi, Stephanie.
Totally
Stephanie's into it. Speaking of Lincoln Calling and stuff, in case you missed it earlier, we're still giving away tickets tonight.
we are still giving
2
away
tickets for our 2 shows.
So
and
get
2
those
nights.
tips in right now. If you can tip us $1 even, help us continue to try to reach that goal. Again, we're trying to save Charlie's back. And in doing that, we are going to upgrade our camera system to a high-definition multicam system, which will allow us to produce much higher quality content for the bands that we have coming on the show. It's going to make editing a lot easier for Charlie's physique. Posture, that's a better word. His physique might suffer a little bit because he's going to be sitting during the
Right, my physique will definitely suffer. Stephanie, if you're still watching, this is a special episode, but normally every Wednesday night we stream live bands from right here in... Hey,
it fixed.
Our thing's fixed.
So that's subscribed, but I think people are liking and whatnot on Facebook, and I think for some reason that's coming through.
Timoteo said, "Do my $5 mean nothing?" Did we miss something?
Did I miss your $5, Timoteo?
Yeah, no, but really though, actually, Tim, it does mean nothing.
Actually, I think that might have been while we were holding our breath.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Sorry about that.
But no, so we stream.
Oh yeah, it did. That did happen.
Was it? So Stephanie, we stream concerts every Wednesday night at 8. Unfortunately, a band wasn't able to make it tonight, so we did a little special episode talking about our special announcement, which will be going live from the Storm Cellar on October 2nd. If you'd like to join us, you're more than welcome. Love
With
to see
Funk Trek kicking it off.
Encouraged even.
Encouraged. If you could meet one of these people for coffee, face to face.
Hold
Wait a
on.
minute. Well, this one will go away soon. Though.
Your
No,
$5 matters,
yeah.
Tim.
Tim, your $5 does
However,
matter.
you just told us to shut up and take your money. So I don't
that's
know
it?
what to do with it.
And he literally did it while we were already shutting up.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Yes. If you could meet one of these people for coffee face to face to discuss whatever, who would you pick? Jesus Christ, Hitler in all his glory, or Einstein? Good Lord. Probably Einstein. I think that's an easy one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Einstein.
I'm going to go with Einstein as well.
Yeah, for sure.
He seems like he'd probably be, well, I don't know.
I should have read that in my head before reading that out loud.
And Nick's like, and we've got that clipped.
Yeah,
We're good to go.
Yeah.
He's just out there like composing these clips of chopped footage.
He's just trying to find voice samples so he can make an AI bot that...
I'm going to check in again with our YouTube subscribers, see if they've gone up at all. If the answer is no, I'm going to need you to immediately go to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. If you've already subscribed, I need you to, right after that, go and share this stream and let people know to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Immediately after.
To anyone that has a Gmail, which is everyone.
Right.
Or up to 386.
386. 14 subscribers away from 400 on YouTube.
See if there's anything else going on here. Bryan, why don't you talk to me a little bit about what made you reach out to BCN to come and start hanging out with us?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
question.
I'm actually going to grab some.
Well, it was kind of twofold. I'm actually going to school right now for audio engineering at Iowa Western and Council Bluffs. I just started my second and final year, but towards the end of the first year, I emailed every studio in town that I knew of that I could find on Google. Thank you for the tip, Linda. We'll get to that in just a second.
Thank you, Linda.
Long story short, I reached out to all the studios. Steffen was the one that replied to me over at Studio PH, but I didn't really... It's my first time with a microphone, don't mind me. But I didn't really have any examples of my work to show him. He offered to kind of come hang out in the studio, but I was busy with the end of the semester. So fast forward I'm going to say 3 months. And Ghost Town Radio, I played drums for that band. We were booked on BCN. And shout out to Pure Brown, because I've always really loved Pure Brown, and I had a hard time finding videos to share with people. And I, in the process of being booked for BCN, found the Pure Brown show for BCN and started sharing it with everyone. And then I'm scrolling through here, and there's all my favorite local bands from Nebraska. And I was already on board with this. I thought it was awesome. I end up calling Chris Steffen and find out that he's 1/3 of BCN. The person I was talking to 3 months prior happened to be, partially in charge and putting in the work. So I was completely on board. I saw the potential in it. I loved it. I wanted to get involved, and it directly ties into what I'm going to school for right now. So, I like getting zen and unwrapping cables and wrapping them up, and I honestly just legitimately enjoy that.
And Bryan has been a huge help during all the streams, and it was kind of it was validating to me to know that like someone else likes this so much that they want to just volunteer their time to help us with it. So that was a really cool moment for me, and we're super glad to have you, Bryan.
Oh, well, thank you, Charlie. You're so sweet. It's good to be here.
Whoa.
My Restream bot just posted to all the... I just wanted to make sure the stream was still working. Every once in a while, the Restream chat seems to mess up, and it doesn't let you know that it's broken. It's just broken. So that was me restreaming and chatting on every channel that we're live to right now. So that's another cool thing that we do, and we are thinking about stopping doing, but I'm willing to change my mind if I hear from enough of you. Right now, we currently stream directly to the band's Facebook page, but in an effort for us to try to get our YouTube channels subscribers up, we might be switching to only streaming to YouTube. So if you have an obligation is the wrong word. If you do not like that objection, there you go. Thank you. Please let me know in the chat using appropriate language, or else YouTube's bot will block you. While we were chatting there for a little bit, Linda, my mother-in-law,
Nice.
Linda.
left us a tip. She says, "Keep up the good work." And she left us $20. Thank you very much,
very
Linda.
much,
We
Linda.
appreciate
Thank you.
that. Most definitely. We have gotten a few new YouTube subscribers while we've been live. We are
Awesome.
currently up to 386.
386.
I'm no mathematician, but that is 14 short of 400. And that is where I'd like to be as soon as possible. 400 YouTube subscribers. So share this with anybody you know with a Gmail account. Poppy would subscribe to our YouTube channel, but she does not have thumbs.
Poppy is subscribed.
So it's a little difficult for her. Poppy,
Do you have something to say?
how great is it to get out of Iowa? Tim says.
Out of Iowa. I'm not from Iowa.
Facebook definitely reaches a lot of folks who only spend time on that site. I agree with that, Jake, but here's something that's interesting that we've found. Ever since we were super excited to figure out how to stream and simulcast to Facebook and YouTube all at the same time. That was a milestone that we kind of hit. And then once we started doing it, we noticed that all of our viewers were hanging out more on YouTube. And so we have
By like a significant number.
a significant number.
Yeah.
And so we definitely have some people watching on Facebook, but not a ton. And I attribute that to Facebook being more of the scroll culture, to where it's one of those things that you're not necessarily going to spend a whole lot of time looking at one specific item of content. Instead, you're wasting time. If you're a man, 95% of it sitting on a toilet or something like that, just scrolling through. You know I'm speaking the truth. And so we just don't have a whole lot of people who are staying and watching those videos on Facebook.
I wonder if they go from Facebook to YouTube and then stay on YouTube for a longer amount of time. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like because we post the links to the YouTube. So I totally get that, Jake.
Yep.
And that's just one of the things we're always kind of experimenting with how we do things.
Seeing what's going to work.
Yep.
Nick asks, would you guys ever donate in a future episode tips to a specific local charity and nonprofit organization?
For sure.
The fact of the matter is we already have.
Yep.
And we've done that twice.
Yeah.
Twice?
Yep, we did that twice. And one of them was the week that you were gone.
Ah,
So the first time was, if you're not from Nebraska, Nebraska has been flooded this year. And so when All Knowing McGill came on the show, we raised money. And with your guys' help out there, we raised $400 to donate to a charity who is helping out with the local flooding. I can't exactly remember what charity I picked. It was just kind of a list of them. I picked whichever one I thought was doing the best
Did
work.
research.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the second charity or nonprofit that we donated to was KZUM. And that was during the Mike Simrad and the
Hey, Bree.
Riverhawks session.
Yep.
So the answer is yes. We're happy to do that. We love supporting nonprofits and other good causes here around the community. So that is not something that we were opposed to. I think continuous medicine would be a smart move so you guys can catch people.
Where did you say you're going to school, Brian?
Yeah, so I get the question now. I am still going to school at Iowa Western in Council Bluffs. I actually drive hour there, hour back, Monday through Friday. So lots of gas, but
And lots of fuel in the car too, right?
listen to all the BCN podcasts. And, it literally that was 3. Okay, I got it. Yep. I roll the windows down. It's fine.
Yeah.
So yes, Tim, he is taking classes at Iowa Western.
Yeah. I'm not out of Iowa in the sense that I've graduated in some way. I just make the drive every day.
But when you're experiencing Iowa from behind the console of a cool control room in a studio, you're not really in Iowa. You're in a cool place in Iowa. Yeah. Nick, thank you very much. I'm glad you're happy about that. If there's any cause or organization that you're specifically thinking of, that would be something good for us to know about.
Please.
And raise some money for it. Please let us know.
Yep.
And you can do that in the chat right now. If
Maybe
you want.
Nick, once we get Excited to Be Here started, maybe we can have a charity stream for Excited to Be Here for our first show.
Here you go.
Stephanie Storm Ruled left a tip of $5. Says the estimated net worth of OMG. What's OMG?
OMG. So Stephanie Storm, I used to work with Stephanie at a place in Omaha called Omaha Media Group, hence OMG. Stephanie's awesome. I wonder if that's... Can I see who that is? Or is it just so that... that might be Brad. Our boss, Brad, is an awesome guy. I haven't been up there to see him in a while, but I did run into Stephanie at Maha. Got to say hey for a little bit, but...
I'm so sad I missed Maha.
Yeah, dude, it was
Anyway,
awesome.
continue,
It was super fun. I'm not going to rub it in, but it was also the best time of my life, and I can't imagine if I wasn't there.
Yeah, what a loser. Anyone that wasn't there.
It was super fun.
What's your most have piece of studio gear that you guys can... What's
your must-have piece of studio gear that you guys can't live without, and why?
Okay.
That's a
Shout
good
out to
question.
DP.
I didn't see
That is
the
a good
can't
question.
live without, and it threw me off. But, oh, man. Specific pieces of gear, I would say... Obviously, the interfaces that we use, because that's how you literally get sound into
Let's
the
say
computer.
everything. Let's say you have all the equipment, but it's all just super low end. What's the one piece of equipment that you would want to spend the most money on?
The most money on.
Yeah. What one piece in your studio would you want to be the best?
I would say the board.
That's a good answer.
I mean, the board, so if you think about a recording studio as just a bunch of components that are essentially linked up and working together to ultimately create the sound that it is you want, you've got your microphone preamps, which are going to be your first line of contact between the microphone and that sound getting into your system, and then that's running through different compressors, EQs, effects, and then you're running all of that potentially through your board or your interface, and sometimes those are actually one and the same. And so if you have a really great sounding board, that is going to just increase. And I mean that your board can be used as preamps as well. Mm-hmm. So if you have a solid sounding board all the way across, you're going to have an overall solid sounding studio. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Actually, I was going to say preamps. So in a way, yeah, the board, absolutely. Whether you're using your board for preamps or you have, an in-rack preamp, that's literally flavoring and coloring all your sound. That's a pretty important piece. But since you said board,
Stephanie Storm, you got it.
Thanks, Stephanie.
what did I miss?
Stephanie
subscribed.
subscribed.
Oh,
Sorry.
nice.
Yeah, I
Cool.
didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I'm just looking.
So,
at
I mean, after we save Charlie's back, maybe an API console's in order.
there you go.
There you go.
I was going to say, because I don't have one yet, is an SM7B. I just love that mic. It can be used for so many applications, and it's still not like it's not going to break the bank to get one. I just don't have one yet, so I like that.
And
mic.
that's the mic that I actually use at the studio every single week.
Yep.
Shout out to Shure. If you're somebody who works or owns Shure microphones, feel free to contact us about potential sponsorships.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, you can use it for vocals. I mean, I believe someone can correct me if I'm mistaken, but I am 95% sure Michael Jackson recorded Thriller on an SM7B.
Really?
You can record hi-hats with it. You can
Get the Neve.
Get the Neve.
Yeah, the Neve. Yep. the Neve
Yeah, I mean,
preamp.
if you have an opportunity to get a Neve of any kind, even one channel, it's going to make a world of difference to your sound.
Yeah.
Studio PH has a couple Neves and amazing.
Jake, have you been seeing Jake's videos on? Jake's been doing some sweet
I have
jam
not.
video, dude. They're really
about
cool. Well, I don't want to put him on blast, but he does he had a cool MIDI setup the other day. Just like jam videos. Like he'll just kind of set up a loop or something and jam along to it, and it's super cool. And Tom does that as well from Pure Brown. And I love watching those. I just love to me, video content is king. So to see that at a local level, which is also what we're kind of trying to do here, it's just cool to see people sharing what they do and what they're passionate about. So
Most definitely.
Those videos Jake does reminds me a ton of Knower and Lewis Cole, which I mean that as an absolute compliment. I think you'll probably take it that way because, man, it's funky.
Yeah.
Jake
for sure.
keeps it funky. Go check out his videos.
Charlie is the coolest kid in the room. Who's that?
Ashi, you don't know Bryan and Vince very well. These guys are very cool. Okay. I went to high school with Ashi. How's it going? I haven't seen Ashi in a long time.
Poppy the cat.
Yeah, Poppy's down here. So Poppy is the coolest kid in the room for sure.
Bobby asked a great question.
Bobby,
a
that
little
is a
camera shy.
fantastic question. Bobby asks, do you have plans to live stream events on other days in addition to the regular streamed Wednesday events? The answer to that question is yes. Those plans are totally dependent upon us being able to make sure that we can financially do that and keep what we're doing sustainable. Because there's a ton of work that goes into not only prepping for the show, being there for the show, setting up, tearing down, booking the bands, but also all the editing that follows that show. And so in order for us to be able to double that workload every week, it's going to require certain financial goals for us to hit. And that's something that we are considering. That's something that we would love to eventually reach to. And if I could snap my fingers right now and fund what we are doing, it would be something that we were doing every night. And I think that would be just an unbelievable an unbelievable platform for, again, what we're doing in Nebraska. I mean, the more content that you have out there, if you're out there, if you're a business owner, if you're a band, that as often as you can post and interact with the people that who are consuming your content, the better it is. And so if as BCN we can put out a ton of content that's supporting these bands, all high quality, multiple nights a week, it's just going to increase the probability of us getting known.
Yep.
Not just
Absolutely.
BCN, but the bands that we have coming on.
And then also the back catalog of every band. That's the thing is if one band blows up, the hope is that the channel will kind of get some of that runoff and bring some exposure to some of the other bands that we've had on. So Nick asked a question here. I don't think he saw it earlier.
A teaser to what's happening in my mind as well. Think beyond bands. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go.
We're always dreaming.
We're dreaming. We're thinking.
The guy talking deaf has a voice made for radio. What the heck? That is the smooth and sultry voice of Vince Ruhl.
That's nice.
Hey, thank you.
So Nick Johnson, the $3,000 goal, that's going to be ongoing for the next several weeks. Stream for until we hit it. I think But the $3,000 says saving my back, but that is going to go towards a multicam setup, so that everything will look a little more professional, higher production value. We'll be able to have some close-ups and sort of not deal with a one-man, hence saving my back, just a one-man camera operator for an hour, which I really don't mind. I'm excited about the multicam setup. And
It'll
that is
look more
that's a
professional.
goal.
Although
Yeah.
I do have to say, as far as a single cam one shot goes, you really have a nice. It doesn't feel like a one camera show.
I agree.
Thanks,
You
dude.
find those shots. It's almost like a Spielberg Oneer.
Ooh.
Shout out to
Ooh.
Every Frame of Painting if you guys know that channel. They have a great video on that. But you just kind of seamlessly set up these angles, transitioning between them really smoothly. It's almost like invisible edits.
It's fun.
great, man.
Yeah, it's fun to kind of find the shot and look, especially with like, a full band in the room, like kind of looking for the action or like where, kind of just knowing, and like it makes me pay attention more to like style of playing, because I can just know who's starting a solo when I hear them, open
Right.
up their, like, I don't know. It's just, it's super fun. Charley doesn't need a bigger head. Johnson,
He has
You're
a
right.
smaller head now. He cut his hair.
yeah, my head is smaller.
Yes, it does, Brad. Yes, it does.
I mean,
You
Vince,
get used to it week after week.
Yeah,
It's
build those muscles
yeah.
up.
I got
Vince
some
did it
muscle
one
build.
week, and in his defense, he unloaded a huge pallet
That was a
of
mistake.
coffee,
Yeah.
thousands of pounds of coffee.
Yeah.
We'll give it another couple shout outs here to a couple local businesses.
Oh, number one.
Number one, my belly is full this evening,
Yep.
thanks to Bryan and the Eatery.
Yeah.
Why don't
Shout out
you?
to them.
What's the address of the Eatery?
Oh no, 4825, I think 4825 North 48th, just south of Normal, in Van Dorn Plaza. Now the actual number there, I kind of just went quickly off my head. Let me give you.
Van Dorn Plaza.
The
I
Eatery.
would highly recommend the fried macaroni and cheese bites.
I had it backwards. Sorry, it is 2548, not
Nice.
4825, but 2548 South 48th Street. Those mac and cheese, we have a dish that's fried mac and cheese, which is my fault, and you can both blame me and thank me at the same time, because it is amazing. It's delicious. It's a little indulgent, but man, is it tasty.
It's incredible.
Yeah. But that's a family-run local business, my family, and I see the work that gets put into it. I see the passion. I see. I've worked in a couple different restaurants, and I know I'm biased because it is my family, but they just genuinely care about the community. They genuinely care about their employees, and I think that's so refreshing. Because I've worked a lot of restaurant jobs that they don't at all.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, for sure.
support local business, support local bands, support local everything.
Support local.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. Speaking of support local.
What's up?
Oh, were you going to give another shout out?
Oh yeah, I'll give a shout out to the
Yeah.
Coffee Roaster,
There it is.
Absolutely.
50th and Old Cheney.
Delicious.
That's a business that my father-in-law started in '95, about 7 years ago. My wife and I went in there. I learned how to roast coffee, and she took over the business side of things. And together, we've kind of been putting it into the 21st century. We've got a website. You can come in, get pounds of coffee. And the reason I mentioned all of that before is because the night that I was recording for Mike Simrad and the Riverhawks, I had just got done unloading an entire pallet of coffee bags. And so that, on top of holding a camera for an hour, we need $3,000 to switch over to a multi-cam setup. So we're gonna go live here for another 7 minutes. We're gonna cut the stream at 9:30. Please, let's get in those tips this evening. www.tipbcn.com.
Oh, yeah. Bobby has a great idea. I'm
Okay.
putting my request in now for a weekly scheduled murder mystery podcast. Bobby, I love that idea.
Nice.
That would
fun.
actually be super fun. And Ashi, yeah, I've seen your posts on Facebook and stuff.
What's your husband's name?
Well, wait.
Well, yeah, what?
I like how we all lean in to listen. Oh,
Huh?
I want to say you guys are in Kearney. Is that right? I could be wrong.
I'm excited to see the response.
Yep.
The lag is a little
A little while.
laggy.
Takes a moment.
So again, let's go through what we've talked about this evening here before we log out. We're streaming for Lincoln Calling.
Wednesday,
We're going to
Thursday.
be giving away 2 Lincoln Calling tickets.
Should we do that before the stream's over?
Sure. How do you want to do it?
We need some paper and a hat, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
We can maybe do another live video again.
Yeah, we'll go live later, and
We'll go live either later or we'll announce the winners next week.
Yep.
Ben Polk and Carney. Is there a specific roastery that he works at that you could comment in this chat section?
Plug.
So again, we are streaming for Lincoln Calling. That is going to be on the 18th
Oh, thank you, Noah.
and the 19th of this month. The first night, we're going live with Histrionic and Thirst Things First. The second night, we're going to go live with Tiny Gentleman and The Said Mantics. Really excited for that. And I think we're going to be actually streaming to Lincoln Calling's Facebook page, I believe.
Nice.
So you can find us there. You can find us on our YouTube channel, which if you have not already, head over there right now and hit that subscribe button. Really excited about that opportunity to be a part of Lincoln Calling this year. On Friday and Saturday of the festival, we are going to be walking down around, letting people know what BCN is. And it's a secret night right now, but it'll be public soon.
something in the works. Something's a brewing, you might say.
That's awesome.
Got to get a coffee collab going here.
Congrats to him. So yeah, you can find us at the Lincoln Calling Festival on Friday and Saturday. We're going to be handing out stickers. We're going to be letting people know what it is that we do, why we do it, and by then we'll probably have some more bands that we can tell people about in October. Another thing that we announced this evening is we are going to be partnering.
Wait a minute.
No, hold on. What's up?
I was gonna drag it out again.
We've already dragged it.
Yeah, we really dragged it out. That was fun.
Chris is going to get real mad at us.
Yeah.
Right. We are partnering with the Storm Cellar, and we will be streaming live our Wednesday shows directly from the Storm Cellar. You can find the address right there. The cool part about this is now you don't just have to watch from home. You can come and be a part of what it is that we're doing. This is going to be awesome. I'm super excited. I'm really excited to see some of the fans who've been watching from afar at the shows. We're trying to figure out some like photo booth thing that we're going to set up so that people can have some Instagram-worthy pictures.
Like Charlie kind of touched on earlier, we've always said we're a live interactive concert, and we do broadcast live and we are interactive, but I think Storm Cellar is going to bring it to a whole new level of liveness with a live studio audience and interactivity with the live studio audience. We're talking with the crowd, taking tips, reading questions. It's going to bring more engagement, hopefully, and we're looking forward to it.
Yep,
It's going to be a great time.
for sure.
I'm
We're
really
excited,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
And the Storm Cellar is the perfect match. We're heading
Jackie's
back. We're heading
awesome.
back into the basement.
back to the basement.
We're partnering up with Jackie Storm, who's the brainchild behind the Storm Cellar. She is, I don't know when she sleeps. It's wild. Logan, thanks again for tuning in. Thanks again for that first tip, getting us
Definitely.
started on the
Yeah.
evening.
Definitely.
We are excited to have you guys on the show, so let's just keep in touch. And again, if you're a band out there who you're on our list, that list has not been forgotten. We have just kind of been holding off to make this announcement before we were booking any more bands, so we will get right back into that. I've got a few systems in place that make that process a little easier. We're just always trying to refine the process here. We're trying to find out what it is that our viewers are wanting us to do. We're finding out what the bands are liking, how it is we can change what we do to make it better always. Our first major goal is going to be doing that multicam setup, moving over to the Storm Cellar, doing things like partnering with Lincoln Calling. And we want to hear your ideas. So if you have anything that you think that we should be doing on top of mind, please let us know. Basementcreators.network is our website, and there's actually a little chat box in the bottom that you can send us emails and let us know what it is that you're thinking. You let me know, and we are there. All right.
Sweet dude.
All right. Is there anything else that I didn't hit tonight
Just to reiterate, Storm Cellar, we're going to be starting those streams there October 2nd.
with Funk Trek.
With Funk Trek, and then I think it's worth reiterating, Wednesday nights in the Storm Cellar, there is already a open mic night. $5 gets you in the door for the Lincoln Calling stream, and you get to hang around, watch great open mic acts. There's been comedy, there's been blues, there's been punk. It's been a lot of fun.
What's
Yeah,
gonna
she has a
be-
whole comedy night too.
Yeah, Tuesday nights, I believe, are comedy
Yep,
nights.
yep.
But what's going to be fun is this whole BCN kind of started with Vince and I and Will McGuire talking about wanting to start an internet band. We were just not wanting to try the traditional route of going out and gigging shows and things like that. So just playing online, streaming our shows and things like that. And we found out that, this might be a better platform for the community. But I'm excited for the open mic nights at the Storm Cellar to kind of get back to maybe getting a couple jams in afterwards.
After the stream,
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be getting on that stage and doing some jamming. So
Yeah.
that's
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of fun.
Super fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 9:30. So I'm ready to call it. I had a really great time hanging out with these
It's been fun.
Super
two
fun.
dudes. Ashley Eden, so cool. Thank you very much.
You're cool.
You're cool. Thank
The
you
coolest.
thank you for watching. I hope that you got all that information that we just threw out there, and I hope to see you come down to the Storm Cellar for one of our live streams. And as always, you can find She Sleeps 2 Hours a Night hanging upside down. I wouldn't be too surprised if that were true. That's all the time she has, really. I mean, I don't have any time to sleep, and I'm booking bands for one night a week.
Yeah.
She's booking bands for 7 nights
Yeah.
a week on
Yeah.
top of running a whole bar. So it's
Yeah.
wild. Shout out to her. But anyway, Ashley, come and hang out at our streams at the Storm Cellar. It's about said the Zoo Bar. It's 9:30. All of our schedule is on YouTube. Every time we book another band, we create a Facebook or a YouTube event and a Facebook event, so you can always find the bands that we have coming up, the things that we're going to be involved with. They're all right there. And I think that's the easiest way for people to know what it is that we have going on. If there's an easier way that you'd like to see us push out there, let us know. If you're watching right now and you are a Twitch streamer, we are on Twitch, so feel free to follow us there. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button. Call your mom, call your aunt, call your uncle. Sign your dog up for a Gmail account. Whoever, really, it doesn't matter. Head to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. That's our first YouTube goal. That's going to unlock a whole lot of things and really just grow the platform. Super pumped about that. I don't really have an end screen, so I'm just going to throw up the start screen that we started with, which will have the checklist for tonight. And some videos.
Just to reiterate what Vince said, there's really two ways that you can really help us right now. We have two kind of long-term goals: getting $1,000 YouTube subscribers. That completely changes the way monetization works.
And also hitting that 3,000.
Yeah, and then the other way is financially, which we realize not everyone can do, but it's going to up our production value. We're going to be doing a multicam setup. So if you can't contribute financially, please share it. Getting to 1,000 is going to make a significant improvement to our stream. Getting to $3,000 is also going to make a significant improvement to our stream. Those are quantifiable goals that we're working towards, and you can help accomplish.
Love that word. Mark Schaefer has liked something. There's a little zombie hanging out. That's normally not supposed to be there, guys.
Yeah, we got to figure this out.
I know what it is, but I don't know why it's doing that. Again, we're using Streamlabs for some of the tools that we use. Shout out to Streamlabs.
Ooh.
Logan C.
Logan, thank
We
you.
got one more. He
got
was
another.
the first tip and the last tip.
If in the process of reading this tip we get another one in, we are forced by law to continue reading them. So
It's true.
keep them coming. Let's see here. Just got to show you guys how much I support the show and believe in it. So cool to see this thing grow. Much love. Logan,
Thank you.
you were awesome.
You're awesome.
If I had a couple emojis there in the chat screen below.
Do the fire and the
Yeah.
whatever this
Yeah,
one is.
3 fires, a love, and a pray. I think is what it is. So, you guys ready to call it?
I think so.
All right.
What are we
Thank you
gonna
guys
call
for
it?
tuning in. That was a lot of fun hanging out. We'll see you guys next week for Rugaz. We're going to be at the studio. We're going to be there until the end of the month. Heading to the Storm Cellar on October 2nd. Subscribe, like, share, comment on our videos. All of that helps a ton. And we will see you next week.
You're never ready, it's never right, and the person could never change your life. Then you'll ask me to take a drive, and we end up with the cops flashing light. It's 11:59. Wait a minute and take your time. Yes, I'll try, do my best. Can't promise I'll always be kind, but I'll try. Ooh, I'll always want you, even when I'm old. Take this hand, have this heart to hold, and you'll ask me to take a drive, and we end up with the cops flashing light. It's 11:59. Wait a minute and take your time. Yes, I'll try, do my best. Can't promise I'll always be kind, but I'll try, do my best. Can't promise we'll always see eye to eye, but I'll try. Yes, I'll try, do my best. Can't promise I'll always be kind, but I'll try, forget the rest. Give me your love, give me the best years of your life, and I'll give you mine. And all my time, time, time and time again. And when I ask you how you doing, oh, feeling like nobody cares. Because all my wants and all my fears are gone. Don't let me down when I'm on the ground, begging you for mercy. All my dreams and what they mean to me, everything I got for the sake of you and I. For all time and time again. No one asks you how you doing. Ah, feeling like nobody cares. Because all my wants and all my fears are gone. Don't let me down when I'm on the ground, begging you for mercy. All my dreams and what they mean to me, I find in you, you find in me, when I beg for mercy. Now that you're my reason to wake up, I haven't met a reason to stay up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. How you gave my life new meaning, and you gave my heart new feelings. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Because all my wants and all my fears are gone. Don't let me down when I'm on the ground, begging you for mercy. All my dreams and what they mean to me, I find in you, you find in me, when I beg for mercy. When I'm beg for mercy, when I beg for mercy.
I've got a grudge that's burning bright, fueled by my own complacent life, feeling washed up and out to try. Seems my best years I've left behind. My mind is sleeping in this day, spewing out vile to douse my brain. I toss a match and watch the flame. Combustion coursing through my veins. And I don't know why I even try to find my foothold in this jaded life. Sleepwalking, days pass by, another smile, another lie. I'm waiting here to say goodbye. Say goodbye. All hope has been replaced with grave, consumed by this repulsive plague, building my perfectionistic cage, scribbling down thoughts throughout the page. And I don't know why I even try to find my foothold in this jaded life. Sleepwalking, days pass by, another smile, another lie. I'm waiting here to say goodbye. Say goodbye. Get in my car, I'll disappear. Pack up my shit, vanish from here. A coastal town, a brand new face. This be
Julia lays in the sunshine and waits out by the water on the bay. And the sun goes down, and the sun goes down. Where is her lover? The day is breaking over the water. Julia moves to the city to find a new kind of memory, heal her mind. And the sun goes down, and the sun goes down. She won't find another. Julia is hung up on her lover. The time passes slowly. Oh God, she's so lonely. Oh, they all say that time heals the sting. Julia's in the city. It's spring, spring in the city, blooming trees. And she walks alone and she laughs alone. The lady is lovely. Julia won't wait for anybody.